everybody, this is Marjorie. Look at me today. I look as if a playgroups been on the rampage, don't I? They've ordered me paints and... oh, it's lovely. I'm babysitting me Pansy Potter. Folk will think that she's had a... I've just let her loose with all the paint pots. Shein, link down below, by the way. Now, I'm going to tell you the day, right, because, well, it's all the final preparations for the wedding, and I've got wee Josh, right, he's got a few days break from the hairdressers. So wee Josh said to me, would you like a hand, Marjorie, with all the preparations, and I can come and help you? And I says, that's good of you, son. So my hairdresser, Kylie Marie Antoinette, she drops off wee Pansy Potter because, well, she loves her Auntie Marjorie. So I'm looking after wee Pansy Potter, and Josh says, right, I'll come and help you with the wedding preparations. And I says, oh, that's good. Wee Pansy Potter's here as well, so maybe we'll get her doing something as well. You know, should we have her like a wee helper, like a wee elf? Now, Josh is quite upset because he says, well, he can't believe that this is my second last week. And I says, I know, son, my second last week. What do they call that? The penetrative week. So it's my penetrative week. And I says, last week's my last one. So he's a wee bit upset. Oh. Anyway, we're talking about all the final preparations and traditions. And he says, what is it, Marjorie, that little Pansy Potter and Harry Potter will do at the wedding? And I says, well, Pansy Potter's the flower girl. So she's going to walk up with the spinach leaves. And wee Josh says, the spinach leaves, Marjorie? I thought it was rose petals running through. And I says, well, it was going to be rose petals, right? But what's happened is, wee Harry Potter, you know, wee Pansy Potter's wee brother Harry Potter, he's the ring bearer. Now, they've got him dressed up as a sailor with a cushion with the rings. Now, he's about one, so he can't walk up the aisle himself. So they put him right in the back of this wee milk float, you know, wee Pansy Potter's milk float. So, we've decided, I say we, I've decided, right, because I thought, be a wee bit inventive, be a wee bit innovative. That's a good word for me, isn't it? Innovative. I'll say I can't say it again, I'm that excited. Innovative. Oh, well, my ideas. I thought, think outside the box, Marjorie. You don't want anything just, you know, standard. You want something a wee bit different. I thought, well, because we're outside, because we're having the wedding at the back of the Scouts Hall, that's quite handy. So I've got wee Pansy Potter throwing spinach leaves. Right? Well, because wee Harry Potter's dressed up as a sailor, I thought, folk might think he's Popeye. So, Pansy Potter's going to be dressed up as Ariel for the Little Mermaid. Now, that's what she wanted to be in the first place. How she's going to walk up the aisle, and as I says, it's not an aisle, it's just a bit of grass. How she's going to walk up there as a mermaid, flipping her fins, putting Harry Potter as, you know, as Popeye is beyond me, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, I can just imagine the two of them going up the aisle. Oh, they'll be as happy as all the folk taking off on an EasyJet flight, so they will. Anyway, wee Josh was asking me about the traditions, you know, the wedding traditions of long ago, and he went, Marjorie, why does the bride throw the bouquet to all the people? What is the tradition? Why does she do that, Marjorie? And I says, well, what it is, son, is it's the tradition is the bride throws the wedding bouquet out her shoulder, right, and that's her passing it on, right? That's the tradition from long ago. So she's passing the flowers on to the next bride. So whoever catches the bride's bouquet is the next person to get married. And he went, oh, I didn't know that, Marjorie. And I says, well, there you go, son, you're learning something new every day. I says, now, here's a wee trick. See if there's somebody at the wedding that you're no that fussy on that you can't really be doing with, put a wee bag of pebbles inside the bouquet and then lob it at their head. That's quite therapeutic because you get a wee bit of the frustration out, you know. So the person will be the bride-to-be will also be concussed and gets taken away in an ambulance to A&E, but, you know, every cloud has a blue and silver tighty lining. Anyway, and then he says, Marjorie, why does the bride wear a veil? I says, well, that is tradition, son, because she's innocent and she's pure and she's walking up the aisle in her lovely frock, and then, you know, she's innocent, so she's got the veil off, and then when they say, you may kiss the bride, they lift the veil up. And I says, oh, that's lovely. I says, but here, the plus side is, see if the bride's a pure munter, the veil comes in quite handy, right? Because, well, as the bride's walking up the aisle, she's no scaring all the folk in the seats, you know, the audience. And that's quite good. the downside to that, you know, if the groom's no seen the bride for a few days because she's out of sight and she's getting kept away, and, you know, you may kiss the bride and they lift the veil, and, you know, the groom sees her and he gets a surprise, and he gets a shock and he goes, ah! And he goes running down the aisle because she's that ugly and he's had such a fright. I says, you may kiss the bride. I says, I'd rather kiss a froggy's feet. And then he says, now, Marjorie, I read in a wedding book that you have to have something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. I went, oh, that's right, son. Well, we've got everything. He went, right, run through the list, Marjorie, and tell me what you've got. I says, right, son. Well, something old. Well, that's Fanny and Felix themselves. I mean, they are old. They're not going to go and fund something old. I mean, their combined age is about 300. And now, although we're saying something old, I have to give it to Fanny. She is a fine-looking woman. Now, she was a lovely-looking young lassie, but she is a fine-looking woman, is Fanny. I would go as far as saying she's the best-looking Fanny that I know. Anyway, and then something new. Well, she's got her new frock, hasn't she? She's bought new pants as well. She says to me, I want new pants, you know, so that when I take my wedding frock off for the honeymoon, Felix sees me in my new pants. I says, oh, that's lovely. Well, thanks for sharing that information with me, Fanny. Something borrowed. Now, I think that's time. But, well, they're getting on. And I think, you know, borrowed time, don't waste any of it. Just get on with it. Do everything you want to do, because, you know, you might wake up dead the next day. And something blue, and I says, now we struggled. I have to say we struggled, son, with something blue. I tell you, Josh. I says, but then we remembered, right, because Felix farts for Vienna in Austria. He's got varicose veins. I says, well, there you go. Bang, bang, bang.